Good morning, you beautiful lot. Thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. If you're new here, my name's Leanne, hiya. And if you're coming back, as always, thanks ever so much for doing so. Today is Thursday, it's the 25th of February. It's currently about 9 o'clock. I'm just making myself a bagel thin for breakfast. This is the Warburton's seeded bagel thin. You can have one of those for your healthy extra B choice. I just like mine with a little bit of the naturally vegan spreadable on it. I don't like doing this because it does use 3.5 syns for a teaspoon of that spread on the two sides. But most of the time for breakfast, all I really fancy is toast and butter, if I'm totally honest, or porridge. So yeah, it is what it is. I'll just have to suck it up. I am absolutely, I'm feeling so much better in myself, as a few of you have commented, and I'm just ready to, like, yes, got to try and smash this. I weighed in this morning, and annoyingly I have gained 2 pounds. I did say yesterday I thought this might be a possibility, but yeah, a bit sad about that, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Let's just deal with it, move on, and go from there, really. So I'll show you my bagel in a second when it's done. I'm going to have a coffee as well. So one of the really naughty things that I've been doing lately, which is definitely going to have contributed to the little gains that I've been having, is eyeballing measurements. For example, my naturally vegan spreadable should be using a teaspoon per slice, which obviously I've done this morning, but I must confess, recently I got out of the habit and I was eyeballing it, and having now used a teaspoon, I can really see that I was definitely overestimating. So yes, I would like to reiterate, measure your syns and things. Same with my coffee. I've got 100 mils of Alpro almond barista in there, and I actually measured it properly this morning. Again, definitely been overestimating on that. So yeah, it's all these little things add up. And you know, like what my dad would always say, like, oh, don't be so stupid, like a tiny little bit of extra milk ain't gonna hurt. Well, it does. Over time, it does when you start doing it with a lot of different things. And you know, this is why Slimming World works, because you're just being accurate on the things that are synned. So it's really important to do that. The whole point is that you're supposed to be filling up on the speed and free foods, which, you know, are the healthy fibre filled foods like your fruit and veg and whole grains and things like that. So anyway, yes, just wanted to make that point because it was just really apparent to me when I used my teaspoon. I was like, oh my God, I may have even been going up to double what I should have been. And that's going to add up. So yeah. So in summary, here is my breakfast. It's a bagel with 1 teaspoon each side of naturally vegan spreadables. That's a total of 3.5 syns. And coffee with 100 mils of Alpro almond barista for 1 syn. So a total of 4.5 syns plus my healthy extra B choice. Hey guys, so as you can see on the clock behind me, it is currently just gone 12:30, and I am just making some lunch. I'm making just like a vegetable and bean soup. I was originally thinking like the sort of Mexican style tortilla soup, like in a sort of spicy tomato base, but actually I think I'm gonna have tomato for tea. So I'm gonna make this more like a corn chowder, I think. But I say that and it's just improvised. Anyway, I'm just starting off by sauteing red onion in some fry light. So I've just added in 2 very small sweet potatoes, and I'll saute those. I'm going to throw in some some chili and some garlic now. I'm just going to run you through everything else I'm adding in now because I've got to run into a meeting, so I'm going to have to just leave this simmering. Today's just been one big meeting, it feels like. Anyway, so I've switched to a bigger pan first of all because I realised that my pot wasn't going to hold everything. So in here I've got my chili, garlic, my sweet potatoes and my red onion, and I've added in some water as well, as you can see. Not very much, there will be more added. Here I have 1 courgette chopped up and 1 red pepper and 1 green pepper. I've got a tin of corn drained, ready to go. I'm going to throw all those in along with one Tesco rich and smoky stock pot, one Knorr vegetable stock pot, and this fajita seasoning, which is actually half a pack of the JD Seasonings fajita seasoning. And then I'm just going to turn the heat right down, let it simmer, and come back to it in a bit. Right, we've had to go to the biggest pot. I forgot I was adding in a tin of drained black beans as well, and to be honest, my other pan was completely full and there wasn't going to be room for any more water, and I do want this to be a soup rather than just like a random vegetable medley. So I've just boiled the kettle just to get this going, and I'm just going to make it more watery, so it's more like a soup. There we go. Should get hopefully a couple of portions out of this. I say a couple, I mean a few, obviously. It's just kind of weird though, because like I feel like it should have tomato in there, but yeah, I'm gonna chuck a tin of tomatoes in. Here we go, so just to bring it together, a tin of chopped tomatoes that's now all over my wall, fantastic. And that will just balance it all out, and I'm just gonna leave that, as I said, simmering. Hey guys, so it's now 2 o'clock, can you believe? And I'm just off of my meeting, but it's fine. It was actually a really positive one. So I'm having my lunch. I've had my soup on, just sort of simmering away really gently all that time. Just burnt my thumb on it as well because it's really hot. And I just served myself a portion. So this is what the finished product looks like. It is totally sin-free. It should be full of flavour. It smells amazing. Obviously, you've got all those lovely veggies in there, plus protein from the black beans and starch from the sweet potato and the corn. So yeah, there we go. That's it really. So I've got a little bit of coriander on top as well. Ow, I really did burn my thumb. But yes, that is lunch for me. I may have 2 bowls, but because it's 2 o'clock already, I don't know if I will or not. I also don't know if I'll have time. So I'm going to go wolf this down before my next job. Bye. I can't believe it, there's actually sunlight in my road. It's rare because we're in the sort of shadow of the mountain. There are certain months of the year where we don't get any direct sunlight. So I did notice earlier that we're getting some. So that's really nice. Although it's not quite reached my house yet. I'm kind of tucked up in the back. Anyway, it is currently 4:45. My lunch was really, really nice. My soup, as you can see, I have a load left, probably enough for another 2 meals. I had 2 bowls of it in the end, so you know, plenty of lovely veg and tastiness. Anyway, I'm now fancying something sweet and also chocolatey and also something to keep me awake because I'm feeling really tired. So I'm having a pack of my Peaks, which are the hazelnut flavour, and these are like little shreddy type things covered in hazelnut chocolate. They don't taste like shreddies, they just kind of look like them and have the texture of them. They're really, really good. The pack is 7.5 syns, but excuse me, because you get quite a few in there and they're really good to like nibble on, so they last ages, so it feels like a good like value 7.5 syns. And then I'm excuse me, I am also having a coffee. So that's 1 syn for my 100 mils of Alpro Almond Barista, just like this morning. And so in total that's 8.5 syns. Combine that with my 4.5 that I'd already had, and I'm on 13 out of 25 at the moment. And I'll catch up with you guys later. So if you've not come across these Peaks things before, this is what they look like. This one's a particularly messy one. But they're kind of little things, they're really like satisfying. And then you should just be able to see that it's like a shreddy inside, kind of like layers. Yeah, they're really, really nice. I definitely recommend them. Okay, excuse how I look. I put some makeup on earlier, then I took half of it off, and now I'm just a mess. Anyway, I'm just thinking about dinner. Just had Slimming World, so it's currently, oh, hi Doubts. It's currently like 7:20. I've been looking forward to pasta all day. Oh, I thought I had black all above my eye then. Didn't quite know what I've done. Anyway, I've got whole wheat shells, and I've never managed to find whole wheat shells before, so I'm really, really pleased about that. I'm gonna have some tofu, it needs using, and I really want tofu, so happy days. And then veg-wise, I've just got some random bits in. So I've got this very old, bit skanky looking aubergine. I'll make use of him. I've got a broccoli. I don't know if I want broccoli though. I've got a chunk of cauliflower. I think I do want cauliflower. I've got some sugar snap peas. Maybe I'll just have aubergine, cauliflower and sugar snap peas because I don't really fancy the broccoli, which is unusual for me. But the reason why is because I don't really fancy it with what I'm going to have, which is a recipe from the new, sorry, cameras all over the shop. It's a recipe from the new slimming world pasta book, Passion for Pasta. And it's the red pesto. So I'm just going to chuck that together and mix it through. So very, very simple dinner, but hopefully a yummy one. Oh my actual God, I am having a proper stress out, guys. I cannot get the lid off my goddamn jar of sun-dried tomatoes. And my hand is like, ow. This is very frustrating. Anyway, basically, like I said, I was going to make that red pesto. This may have to be revised. What I'm doing, I've just got, it's like, I feel like this is chaos. So I've got my aubergine cooking just in nothing. I put a tiny drip of water, but what I really wanted was a teaspoon of the sun-dried tomato oil to cook it in. I thought that would be so nice. Anywho, I've got my tofu chopped up into little pieces, and what I'm going to do is air fry it along with some of the new Wicked Kitchen nooch seasoning. I'm going to go with the garlic and herb, just because that's fairly neutral flavour, so it'll go quite nicely. I've got my pasta starting to boil. I need to get this lid off this jar. Oh my God, it is all go. The state of my side right now. Here's the carnage. So over here I've got my cauliflower, aubergine and sugar snap peas that I added 1 teaspoon of the sun-dried tomato oil to. Yes, I got it open. This is the red pesto that I made from the book. Oh my God, what a great recipe. It's really tasty. I'll tell you very quickly, it's a jar of drained roasted red peppers, 50 grams of drained sun-dried tomatoes in oil, 25 grams of oats, 1 garlic clove, or a teaspoon in my case, a few herbs. It said oregano, but I just put mixed herbs in. And what was the other thing? I've forgotten the other thing. Tomato puree, 2 tablespoons tomato puree, and then just blend it. I mean, oh my God. And it works out as 1 syn per tablespoon, apparently. So happy days. My tofu, I think, is just done. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. My pasta's done, so I'm going to put it all together and then show you. Oh my God, guys, here's the finished product. So I've made it quite synny by mistake. This is actually a total of 10 syns. The tofu, I used 3 teaspoons of the nooch seasoning, and I've calculated it to be 1 syn per teaspoon. I used 5 tablespoons of that pesto. Oh my God, it's so yummy. And then, of course, the 2 syns for the oil that I used. So, but seriously, like, oh my God, so good. Tons of speed. Oh, I can't wait to eat. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yay, bye. Hey guys, so last update of the day. Dinner was lunch, by the way. I thoroughly recommend making that pesto. Like, oh my God, really, really tasty. And it makes quite a lot as well. I think it said it made 16 tablespoons, so that's pretty good. I have like no syns left now, so only like half, so I'm just finishing my day with a cup of tea. I'm just having a pucker after dinner tea, and I will have probably a nighttime tea after this. That's it really. Yeah, that's really all from me. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, cheers, bye.